Hello everyone, this is Darius from the Shotcaller. Welcome to the Broxah video interview show. Because it's basically a weekly video series at this point with this guy, who's very happy for once, very smiling a lot after going 4-0 now. So the streak is on for Fnatic, and playoffs is fully back on the table. You're perfectly in the middle of the table now.
Feels pretty nice being here, being happy after an interview. What is this, the third or fourth one so far, the split? Third, I think.
I think it's only 3 so far.
Okay, only 3, only 3. But all the other ones, it was kind of sad, struggling, and now it's still a little stressful, but it's a much different feeling, and it just feels nice, actually after wins, being in a good mood, going to fan meet, and just generally, just having a really good time, because especially the first 2, 3, even 4 weeks were really rough. So now seeing improvements and seeing that we can actually turn it around. I shouldn't jinx it yet, we're not there, but hopefully turn it around. So it feels really nice.
I mean, you guys are at a bad spot against SK, but against any other team you are in a okay spot from what I know. Except for like Origin, right? That's not good. No, actually you won. It's 1-1, yeah. So you're actually looking for a good, except for SK. Of course, very unlucky that SK won against G2 today. What was like the backstage viewing party like for you guys?
Well, I don't know. Obviously, in a way, it's a little sad that SK actually beat G2. But at the same time, all of us feel like we actually have the power again now. 2 weeks ago, we went into the game on Friday knowing that we would have to win 6 out of the next 8 games on stage to actually make it to playoffs. And now those 6 games have turned into 2 more games to make it to playoffs. And that makes the dream much more realistic. We already beat a lot of really good teams. Like these past 2 weeks, we beat Rogue, obviously isn't doing the greatest, but we beat Schalke, Vitality, Origin. We've already proven that we are a good team, right? We beat all the top teams besides G2, who we can hopefully take down as well along the road. But just generally, I think we've come a long way. We are still not there yet because everything is so close and there's so many teams fighting for those playoff spots. But at the same time, I think more than anything, we just need to not get overconfident, not get cocky, because we are a good team and we've proven that. And now we just need to prove that we are good enough to actually make it to playoffs as well.
Feel like no jinx here and no pressure, but I feel like the game against Splice will really decide you guys' fate, because you guys and Splice are kind of the teams that are looking to get into the playoffs range, and if Splice takes it, they are far and away. If you guys take it, then you're 2-0 against Splice and probably have a similar score, and we'll probably be in. So no pressure there.
Well, how I see it is that next week, for example, is going to be really important. I believe we play Misfits and XL, if I remember correctly. And beating Misfits is going to be really important as well. Right now, they're not one of the top contenders for the playoff spots, but at the same time, it's so close, and it's like one day can change everything. And beating the other teams that we're competing against is really important. So more than anything, if we take down both Splice and Misfits, we will most likely make it. But ideally, we just go all the way and grab those 4 wins. So there's no reason to stress at the end of it.
So, since you're our most interviewed player on the channel, etc., I always like to try out new things with you. I didn't tell him before this that I would do this. So, you remember the Quickfire questions? Where it was like, question. I have a similar but new take on that thing. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say a name or a word, and you need to tell me one word, like your direct association with it, okay?
One word to describe it.
Yeah, okay. So I'm just going to start. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, Fnatic.
Awesome.
Youngbuck.
Great.
Caps.
Interesting decision making.
Not one word, but we'll take it. LEC winner 2019, spring.
Fnatic.
Worlds winner 2019.
Fnatic. That was easy.
No, let's keep going. Mowgli.
Aggressive.
Yamato Cannon.
Stylish.
Medic.
Funny.
Bjergsen.
Role model.
TSM?
Hype.
Team Liquid?
But I'm running out of words. Like my English, my English skills are getting a little tricky.
No, it's
okay,
fine.
Liquid. I don't know. OP.
Strongest player in the league.
Broxah smash.
Good. You successfully managed through the time trial.
So sort of like I had a few. A few ones with
Few
2
time
words,
pauses.
but no one saw that. No one saw
Yeah.
that. A little slow. Some of them had 2 words, but
We're gonna cut them out. No,
yeah, no one will notice.
No, we're actually not gonna cut them out. We're gonna like cut them out and then specifically post them on Twitter. You know, like with a football highlight video. You know,
Now you tilted me.
which is like, I mean, we've talked about this off cam, but like you told me before, you actually used to play a lot of football as a kid. So Joey said it as well. You were actually one of the best players. So you got really done dirty by the Fnatic content team.
I was actually pretty salty after they posted that little football video with me, honestly, because I feel like most of us had some really silly moves on the football field, and the only really, really bad thing that happened that I did was, where I shot the ball and my shoe actually fell off and almost hit Reckless in the head, which is really, really bad. Like, let's be real. But at the same time, I don't think that necessarily tells that I'm a bad football player by any means. It just shows that
Don't know how to tie your shoes.
Yeah, exactly. It just shows that I don't know how to tie my shoes. Like, maybe that's not the greatest either. But anyways, I found out the hard way that my shoes are really not made for football. Probably I should have gotten some proper ones before we played, but it worked out. No one got hurt. Yeah, I mean the part that's kind of sad about it, that everyone thinks I'm absolutely terrible at football, is that I actually played it for somewhere between 8 and 10 years, and when we were in the field, I would say I was pretty decent. I'm not sure if I was the best one, but I was pretty decent, and yeah, I mean, I guess that's my life now. I mean, at least most of the fans are being funny about it, like, stick to curling, get away from the football field. Those kind of comments I can kind of appreciate, but yeah, whatever.
Stick to the curling. That meme has popped off. I take some credit for that as well, because like I made that tweet about like your streaming highlight, and then Fnatic picked it up, and now it's like become this amazing meme. So thank you, Darius. You're doing a good job there. Yeah.
I mean, it's really funny, and it even got to the point where my subscriber club on Twitch is called the Curling Club, and my sub patch is a curling stone, and it's really, really funny.
It's popped off.
Literally popped off. Popped off.
Yeah. That's how it works. By the way, guys, I talked with other LEC staff about this, like off camera. I want to set up like a off-season football tournament between teams. Would you be down with Fnatic?
Maybe I should be the coach then, because apparently I'm not that good at football, according to to my Twitter messages. But I think the idea is cool. I think the hard part might be to arrange it and get everyone there at the same time. But at the same time, all teams have the same schedule, I can imagine. Yeah. So in that regard, it probably shouldn't be the trickiest, and it would be cool, getting some confidence in that regard as well, smashing everyone on the football field.
Yeah, if you can't win an LEC, just win on the football field and smash them there.
I'm not really sure if I'm supposed to take that as a compliment or not. I think that was a little passive-aggressive, and I think I'm just going to act like I didn't hear that.
Okay. But yeah, the thing is, like, in terms of maths, right? Like, we can now all say, oh yeah, these are the chances of Fnatic making it. I think before this weekend, you guys actually had a below 50% chance. Now we have above 50% chance, I would imagine. But like, at the end of the day, these kinds of calculations don't matter. If, for example, I remember last year in spring, Schalke, just last day, they just need to win one game and they fucking lose to H2K. Like, yeah.
I also remember, back in my young days, Worlds 2017, a certain team went 0-3 the first week.
0-4.
They proceeded to go 0-4, losing the first game in the next week as well. And what I heard before that second week was that no team had ever made it 0-3 and still got into quarterfinals, and that it was literally impossible. And somehow that beautiful Fnatic team still found a way to actually make it. So even if it looks difficult, even if it looks like there's no hope, there's always hope. Enough inspirational speeches for today.
Hashtag, is it a Buddha or a Broxah quote? We can't tell, guys. Might be both. But yeah, okay, so playoffs, yeah, obviously is on the table and that kind of stuff. But okay, what was a more difficult phase in your playing career? Your first split, because when you first joined Fnatic, that split was rough too. Like, you guys had to play that final game against Rocket. If you guys would have lost, you would have been out of playoffs. This start of the split, or that Worlds run in 2017, like that phase of going 0-4?
I think that one's pretty easy, actually. I think the period of time where I've been the most down and been the most stressed and exhausted was actually the start of this split, even leading up to like maybe 1 or 2 weeks ago. Like, it was really, really mentally draining, and I think while I was really stressed in my first year as well, and in my first split, knowing that if I don't actually perform on stage, I'm just gonna put back on the academy team. And even after the spring split, I wasn't sure if I was gonna stay on the main team for the summer split or not, right? If I had actually proven enough. But at the same time, I think it's different when you come in as a new player and you're just so excited about being there and experiencing everything. And while I have a heavy winner mentality and refuse to lose, which is partly why I've been so down, because losing is really hard to accept for me. Both at Worlds and in my first split, the expectations were not as high as they are now. And over time, with how well I have performed and how well the team has performed, my expectations has just increased a lot. And seeing us go, I think we started 0-5 or something, 0-4, 0-5, something like this, was really, really hard to accept. And at the start of the split, coming after such a successful year, even having the thought of potentially not even making it to playoffs was a really rough one to accept with mentally. And I think after like 2 or 3 weeks, I managed to kind of reset mentally and start turning it around, trying to be more optimistic, be more hopeful, and just make sure that I'm actually constantly positive. I think generally I've been pretty positive, but how you behave is different from what's going on inside your head. And there was really, really, really sad points of this split. And more than anything, I think it's just the expectations that have changed it. And I think those come mainly due to the big success of last year.
Would you consider yourself now a lot more grown as a player after this type of period?
Well, I think I've grown a lot, both from this period, but just generally the past 2 years as a player. Because while I've gained a lot of experience as a player and as a teammate, you also learn a lot as a person, especially when it comes to dealing with stress, dealing with having a permanent, really tight schedule, and just trying to learn all of these things that can be really mentally draining and really, really stressful, no matter what job you have or no matter where you are in life, right? And it's something that comes with experience and time, I think. And even though we had some pretty rough periods, I don't think there was anything much more rough than what we've been going through now. Obviously, there's been exceptions, like losing at the World's finals. Like, that one was brutal. Like, it cannot even be compared. But in terms of a longer period of time with like constant struggles, I think this one has been the toughest one to deal with, for me at least.
Yeah, because I mean, as I said, you also get the consistent reminder when you consistently lose.
Well, that's the thing, right? And often it will be like when we start a new week, the reset has happened, like the mental reset, and it's like, this week is going to be the week. This is going to be the week we go 2-0 and we're going to be back. And then, boom, 0-2. And then it will just keep going. At one point, we started going 1-1 most weeks, but at that point, it didn't really matter anymore. Like, we really just needed to get some 2-0s on the board, which luckily we have gotten now 2 weeks in a row. There's still some work to do, but just actually knowing that even if we drop a game somewhere, it's not gonna end our playoff hopes, and it's still possible to make it there, and just not having that huge extra stress in the back of my mind actually helps a lot, I feel like. And then on the bright side, something that has been good about Fnatic in pretty much all iterations I've been part of is that we just always performed really well under pressure. And even in 2017 and even last year, we usually performed really well when it mattered the most, which is something I found really interesting, because that doesn't really go for many teams. And we've had so many players at this point, pretty much only me and Reckless are left from back then, right? But all iterations has always been really good at performing under pressure, and I think that's really cool to see that we also can now, because that's gonna come in really handy if we do make it to playoffs.
I mean, Fnatic fans really need to start valuing you more, given that you and Reckless. It's not just always not just Reckless anymore, who's been consistently the member. You making your way up on that turret as well. Well, tower.
I've been here for a while. They're still gonna stick around for a while, whether the fans like it or not. Can't get rid of me quite yet.
Drag him out yourself. Good luck with that.
Exactly.
Oh man, still I still remember like week 4 when it was like announced on the day, and like everyone in the press room was also just told, oh yeah, by the way, Amazing is not playing anymore, they're subbing in Broxah, and I was like, huh? Who's that guy? And it's like, oh, okay. And then you played Lee Sin against GBM's Cassiopeia and fucking outplayed him. So sick. Like, that one step, I still have it in my head. And yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah, definitely.
How far we've come, man. I mean, me too. I went to Worlds, like first time ever. It was
yeah. Slowly but surely climbing.
Moving your way up the ladder. That's how it goes.
Exactly.
Anything you would like to say to the Fnatic fans? And a hashtag, of course. Or giving you time to think about it.
Well, I already made a lot of thank you speeches the past month or so. So I think I'm just going to keep it short and sweet and say thank you for the support. And we'll try our best to get that playoff spot for you guys. And a hashtag, we can say hashtag playoff stream.
Playoff stream?
Playoffs dream.
Oh, playoff stream. Oh.
Dream.
Playoff stream, yeah, like playoffs dream. Okay.
Yeah. Well, what do you think?
I thought it was like play off stream.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like not.
I mean, I've been talking for a while now. It's not my fault. I can't speak English properly anymore.
Nah, come on. That's.
Who do you think I am? Weebo was.
Well,
at this point, we might as well just start speaking Danish. Like then I can.
Yeah. Then I need to get drunk and speak German, and then I'm basically speaking Danish. That's how it works.
I think this is the right time to stop the interview. I'm just kidding.
Hey, Danish people have told me that. It's basically sound like that. But like, this is so typically European, Oh yeah, I'm sorry, my English isn't that good, Oh, I'm not that fluent, And then like the Americans go like, what the fuck do you mean, Nah. Your English is perfectly fine. Stay confident in it. We're gonna. Oh yeah. Actually, Liverpool against Bayern. You're for Liverpool. I'm for Bayern. What's gonna be the score?
3-1 Liverpool.
It's gonna be 2-0 for Bayern. You ain't getting past Hummels, man. No chance. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. This has been another episode of the Broxah and Darius show on the shotcaller.gg, shotcallergg on YouTube, and maybe soon Twitch and Twitter and all the other amazing platforms. Instagram. I need to do an Instagram boomerang with you. We have an Instagram. It's really cool, actually. It's honestly one of the best social media platforms. Check it out. Do you use Instagram, but like you only post pictures, no stories, yeah?
I post stories very rarely. I've posted like maybe 5 during my time on Instagram for like 1 year. So stories are not what I'm best at, but I'm
should get it going.
I'm great at posting pictures. I'm pro.
Another great win today, guys. I'm really happy with the team's performance. Hashtag Fnatic win.
Yeah, something like this. Pure talent.
Pure talent. Thanks everyone for watching. This was Darius from the Shotcaller and Broxah. You know the guy. Hope you have a good day. See you guys then. Bye bye. We'd especially like to thank Krzysztof Bujnowicz, Etienne, Thomas Göttel, Dominik Bolze, Lazy Raven, Adam Novosviat, Erich Althaus, and La Maviota for your very special support. And of course, also, we'd like to thank all the people whose names you see scrolling past you right now. And of course, also all the people that like, comment, subscribe, and support our work. Without you, our work wouldn't be possible. Thank you very much.